going to go to our character blueprint. So let's go back to our content browser, third person, blueprints, BP, third person character, or whatever it is that you've named it. The first thing we need to do in here is make sure that the player can actually crouch, as by default they can't. So what we're going to do is
Okay.
select our character movement component, search for crouch, and make sure that we have ticked
Okay.
can crouch. Again, by default you can't crouch, so you just want to make sure that is ticked and enabled. Then what you
Cool.
can also do is change the half height and also the speed of crouch movement as well if you wanted to. However, I'm going to leave those as default, as for me they are perfect. So let's compile and save that. Now we've enabled crouching, all we need to do is actually call it. That is very simple. What we're going to do is right click and search for IA_crouch, or whatever it is that your enhanced action event is called, so just get that. Then what we're going to do is off of started, we're going to do crouch, and it should be a function that you already have. And then off of completed, we're going to simply uncrouch. So these are functions already created for us by default inside of the
Cool. So I go there, crouch, can crouch, 50, crouch half height is, I don't know, 5, no, 10. What's crouch half height? Yeah. Then, uh, CROUCH, IA crouch short, triggered, CROUCH, completed, CROUCH, and target will be self itself. Compile.
engine, all we're going to be doing is calling them as you can see here. So for me, this is on hold. So when I press down Control or C, we're going to be crouching, and when I let it go, we're going to be uncrouching. If you
Okay.
want it to be on toggle instead of hold, all we can do is out of started, get a flip-flop, and then A, we're going to crouch, and B, we're going to uncrouch, and uncrouch does not come out completed. It would look something like this instead. However, I don't want it to be toggle, I want it to be hold, so I'm going to leave it as it was earlier, like so. Let's select all
Yeah,
this,
hold is
hit C to
better.
comment it, and I'll just simply name this crouch. We'll compile and save, and that is all we need to do. The character is now going to be crouching. So we can close this. However, what we're going to do is if we hit play, you can see that if we hold Control or C, the camera is moving to signify we are crouching, and the collision will also be changing. So the player is actually crouching right now. However, there's obviously no animation as we've not set up. So let's do that now. So what we're going to do is
Oh, interesting. So just see that. CH. Okay. Compile. Probably the height needs to be changed. 5 centimeters? Hmm, nothing's happening. Huh? Crouch, uncrouch. Protection crouch. MC default crouch left control. C. Save. Compile. Hmm. Crouch prompt. Mm-hmm. So then I go here, jump, go down. Uh, the hmm. Mhm. I did exactly what he did. What the hell? Should this action swallow any inputs bound to it or allow them to pass through to affect lower priority bound actions? Uh, it will trigger whilst the game is paused. Uh-huh. I did exactly what he said. Okay, let's do the
Open up our
animation part
animation
also.
blueprint. Now for me, this is going to be into content, characters, mannequins, animations, and then I'm doing an ABP Manny because this is going to be the parent. So if I go into ABP Quinn, you see it's parented to Manny. Obviously, just use the animation blueprint you are using for your character. So it might look slightly different to you, but everything I'm going to do is the exact same. In here, what we need to do is just find out if the player is actually crouching or not. So you can see what I have here is update animation. We're seeing if we have the character here is simply just a cast. What I'm going to do is out of the movement component, which I have here. So if you don't have the movement component, come out of the reference of your character and simply get
Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna close that because I don't need those right now. Uh, Wait, what is he in? Oh, he's in the event graph. Okay, so he does that. Oops. Okay.
character movement, then get the movement components. Out of the movement components, all we're going to do is search for is crouching. And you see we have this as a boolean already here. So this is going to be using the function we've just used to see if we are or aren't crouching. We're then going to right click for return value, promote it to variable, naming this simply is crouching. So now we know inside of our animation blueprint if the player is or isn't crouching. We obviously want to just make sure we connect this up into our execution as well, so it is going to be set. And let's just comment this, set is crouching. As simple as that. So we'll compile and save that like so. Next, what we want to do is start setting up some of the animations. So I'm going to go into my anim graph here. For you, this might look like this, and then I've just connected it straight into here, as that's what I want, and I've gone into my state machine. I'm going to drag out of the idle state and add a new state, naming this crouch transition, and I want to drag from crouch transition back into idle like so, and then I'm going to drag out of crouch transition, add another state, naming this one crouch, and I'll go back into crouch transition as well. So we can
Yeah.
go from idle to crouch transition, back to idle, and crouch transition to crouch, back to crouch transition. Now what you can also do is add these onto walk run like this as well, so that means you can be idle or walking and running to be able to go in between all of these like so. And I'll move this over like that, just so it's a little bit more centralized. Then we need to actually start setting up the transitions between these. So to go from idle or walk run into crouch transition, so essentially to enter the crouch transition, we want to make sure the player is crouching. So we'll double click that line here, idle to crouch transition, and simply we can just get is crouching. Connect the boolean in there. So if this is true, then that means we can enter the transition, which means we will, so we'll enter this state here. And we'll do the same for walk run to crouch transition as well. Nice and simple. Then to go back from crouch transition to idle or to walk run, what we want to do is simply just select it, don't double click it once, and we want to tick automatic rule based on sequence player in state. So tick that for both of these like so. What I'm also going to do is set the duration from 0.2 to 0.5 just to make it look a little bit nicer, and also it makes it just work better as well, as sometimes it might not work fully as it doesn't have enough time to transition out of it. But what this will do is essentially when this animation in this state has finished playing, it will then enter this transition to then go into the other state. So that means we don't need to do the math.
Yeah, all of this is simple stuff. So is crouching promote to variable is crouching. And then put it there. Just align all of that. Control, no, just C. Set is crouching. Cool. And then we go to anim graph, locomotion, add state, crouch, transition, add state, crouch, go there, go there, go there, go there. So you need to basically do this, like he said, and then this will go double click, and then you can just drag this into this. So you don't need to drag it and then connect it. You can just drag it directly. And then we go back. And here he said to do this, which is that is how we do it. And then go there. And then this one, will need to be is crouching, yes. If it is not yes, then it can enter transition, and then that. So I need to do something by myself to show that I know how to use Unreal and I'm not just going to be looking at
Figuring out when
tutorials.
to end this transition, it will just be once the animation has ended, it will then exit and go into the other state which we want. So that is perfect. And so that means we want to do the same, leaving the crouch transition going the other way as well. So anything leaving crouch transition is going to be automatic rule based on sequence play and state. So crouch transition to crouch will be the same, and then crouch to crouch transition, we'll double click that to open it up. And this wants to be is crouching not Boolean. So if we are not crouching anymore, the player has stopped crouching, we want to then go back into the crouch transition to get back up to stop crouching. That's then
Okay. Wait, wouldn't that just multiply? Wouldn't just be, even if this is true, will be will not it, so not true, so false. Oh, I see how that works. I've never used that. I just used not equal every time.
perfect, going to go between all of our different states here. However, we don't have any animations in these states, so let's set that up now as well. Let's double click crouch transition and set that one up first. As we're going to have two different animations in this one state, what we're going to do is we want to right click and get a blend poses by bool node. So what it's going to do is
Yeah. Blend poses by tool. Like that.
going to choose which animation to play based upon a boolean.
Do I even have the animations though? I'd love to see.
Boolean value. That boolean obviously being is crouching. So let's connect this up to the result there, and we'll get is crouching and connect that into active value. So depending on what this boolean value is dependent on what animation is going to play. So if is crouching is true, it will play the true pose. So if is crouching is true, that means we are now going into the crouch position. So what we're going to do is let's search for crouch in our animations here, and we want to have the stand to crouch. So stand to crouch here. As if we are crouching, it means we're going into the crouch position.
Okay, so now I need to see. Yeah, I don't have any crouching animations, so I need to go to Mixamo. Oh yeah, I need to log in, right? Log in. Continue with Google. Hmm. Hmm. Or do I have to use this? Login. Continue with Google. This one? Nope. This one. Try again. This one. Ah, it shows my freaking name. Cool, I'll just download them on the other screen. Let me go to account info. Because I want to show you guys how it works. So, oh, it's an Adobe account. Change anonymous. It doesn't change. Change anonymous random. Anonymous random. Still not changing. Fine. Crouch. Why isn't it playing? What the hell? Okay. Download without skin. Download. Save as. Mm, Unreal things. Uh, Animations. Crouch to stand underscore FBX. Oh, this is a bad one. This is crouching idle. Mm, crouch. Crouch walk. It's not crouch walky enough. No, there's no in place for that. What is this? Why is it a pack? Why can't I just get one? In place. That's fine. Download without skin. Sorry, there's nothing happening on the thing. Oh, let me just play the music so that it's not as quiet. Uh, Save as crouch walking. Crouch. Where is that one again? Can I reverse it? What is wrong with Mixamo? There's no way to reverse it. Stand to crouch. There's crouch to stand, but there's no stand to crouch. Yeah, you can do autosave, that's fine. Stand to cover. Are you reversible? No. Are you reversible? No. What? Why is this one so fast? Still too fast. That's fine. Download without skin. And save as. Sorry, I can't show you what I'm doing right now because it is showing my name. Useless Adobe, I tell you, useless Adobe. Cool. So I need to import those animations now. So let me just compile that. Yes. Animations. Let's put it in here. Characters. Animations. And open file location. Bring in all three to the this one. Import all. Oh, uh, export. How do I export this? There, Unreal things. Yeah, FPX 2013, export morph mesh, collision, level of detail, yeah, sure, everything. So I have to go here again, upload character, go there. Because the root bone was different, so now I have to export them again. So now it needs to process the character and then do that and do this and that, this and that. Wait, this is meshes. Wait. Will this have the proper? Okay, it does. Cool. Next. Okay, download. Download. This is crouch to stand. So first minus crouch to stand, and I'm going to download one, and I'm going to see if it works, and then I'm going to do the rest. Crouch to stand. Animation. Crouch to stand. What? Yay! It works! Now I can do the other one. The stand to crouch ones suck. Mm. Stand to cover, cover to stand, crouch, this, that. Let's try this one. Whichever, whichever. Anyways, I'm using free ones, so combine. That one. There. Crouch to standing to crouched. Oh, that frame rate. Then I need crouch walk. This one in place. Posture is 100. Arm space. Reduce speed a little bit. Done. Download. Save as. Crouched walking, save, yes. Crouched walking, pull in, mannequin input. Okay. So now back to you.
If this is false, that means we are standing up, we're no longer crouching, so we want to crouch to stand, like so. And that means we can now have these two different animations playing at different times within the same state. So we don't need to make a different state for each one, so we don't need a state for crouch to stand and one to stand to crouch. We can have it in the same one here, making it nice and efficient, and just a lot better for us. So let's compile and save that, and that will work perfectly, like so. Now what we need to do is the crouching. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to be doing a blend space. So let's go and create that now. I already have one here, you can see, so I will delete that in a second. So what I'm going to do is just go to where I want my animations to be, which I believe I just put into this animations folder here. So these are all the animations I'm using. Again, I got these off of mixmo.com, which I'll leave a link to in the description down below. So let's delete this and I'll recreate it in a moment. So let's now right click, go to animation, go to legacy, and create blend space 1D, setting this to the skeleton we want, which for me is SK mannequin. Now I'm going to simply name this ABS for animation blend space underscore crouch, like so. And we'll open it up straight away. In here, we're going to change the name of the horizontal axis to be speed, minimum axis value being 0, maximum axis value being the maximum speed the player can move when walking, which for me is 300. It is 300 by default, so unless you've changed it, keep it at 300, and you can see that by searching for crouch in the character movement of your player blueprint, which I showed you earlier as well. Grid divisions we're going to set to 2, and then we're also going to take snap to grid. Now we can search for crouch once again, and what I want to do is get crouch idle all the way on the left over here, and then we'll get crouch walking all the way on the right. If you hold left control, you can move the preview and see that when we're not moving, so we're at 0 speed, we're going to have it idle, and then when we are moving, we have 300 speed, we're going to be walking like this. So this is what it's going to look like. It is as simple as that. All this can do is just simply transition between these two animations like so, based upon the speed input we give it. So we'll save, and we can close that, and back in our animation blueprint, we can drag in this ABS crouch, or the animation blueprint, whatever it is that you named it, in here, like so. And then we'll drag out speed, and we will simply get speed. For me, it is called get ground speed, but for you, I imagine it's probably just called speed. So we'll compile and save that. If you don't have a speed variable, then you probably want to set up your own animation blueprint, which you can see how to do using the video on screen now, and in the link in the description down below. But if we go back to our locomotion state machine, you can see this is now all going to be working perfectly for us. Let's close this and hit play to test this out. If we hold control, we have the animation going down, and we're now crouch idle. And if we start walking, we're going to have the crouch walking animation like so as well. And if we were to stop, release crouch, we have the animation going up as well. And this will also work for moving too, as we've set it up for all of those, as you can see perfectly here. So I think that'll be it for this video, as we've done everything we wanted
to. Okay, so I'm just downloading a crouch idle one right now. Save as. Oh, my CPU is getting burnt. Crouch idle ABP underscore CROUCH. Open that. Oh, I got a horizontal and vertical axis. Oops, not this one then. Animation. Lens space 1D. ABP crouch 1D. Image. Okay, so now this one 0 max will be, I don't know, 50 I guess. Let's see, 2 grid divisions, and then crouch. So crouch idle, zero, and then crouch walking 50. It's weird because apparently the bones are wrong or whatever. Hello, Diggs BTW7. Wow, my bitrate is also unstable. Anyways, yes, how's it going? For me, it's going fine, I think. Let's see. That should, okay, and then I go there. So I'm just creating a game and I'm just setting up stuff. Yeah, that's it, right? Compile. Didn't add anything into that, right? Oh, he did. Oh, crowd speed. Where do I get? Wait, where did he get crowd speed from?
we can drag in this ABS crouch, or the animation blueprint, whatever it is that you named it, in here, like so. And then we'll drag out speed, and we will simply get speed. For me, it.
Oh, okay. Get speed. Ground speed. ABP speed. Save. Compile. Save. Okay, I did everything that he said. Now it should work, but it's not. Like my crouch itself is not working. Like my camera itself is not going up and down. I crouch. What? Oh, wait. The input map is different. Look shot, move shot, jump shot. Ah, okay. Still not working. You're seeing that circle because I have the find lost what do you say, mouse cursor thing. So yeah. Come on. Why is it this not working? What's this? Yeah. There's nothing different. Character, input shot, actions, route shot, consume input, jump shot. It's literally the same. The name needs to be different, which it is. Save all. Triggered crouch. CROUCH. Can crouch. Yes. 100. Okay, what had happened there? Can crouch. Add input, add movement input, add movement input. Jump, stop jumping. Got triggered, completed. Same thing I did here. For the crouch. Is my skeleton correct? SKM Mani simple. Skeleton is wrong. No wonder it was not importing properly. Game character mannequin meshes SKM Mani simple. Late. Crouch idle. Why is that skeleton not here? What the? But the crouch thing should at least work. Okay, what's your maximum speed I've given you? Max walk speed 100. Max walk speed crouch 50. Why is this not working? So irritating. And SKM Mani Simple is what I exported. What is this? See, all he did was create IA crouch. He created IA crouch. IA crouch. Then he put it into this.
So to do that, we're going to go to our
Character movement. He searched crouch. He did can crouch. Then he did IA crouch. He set crouch uncrouch. That's it, he did. That is all he did. Crouch half height 40 centimeters. 10 centimeters. 5 centimeters? See, like the crouch doesn't even move. Input mapping. Input. I think so. I know what is up. I think so. I know what is up. Project settings. Input mapping. No, that'll just be in maps and modes. PPC shot, player controller, game state, all of that. Enhanced input. Hmm. It should either be there or here. Or is it in game mode? I think so. It's in game mode. Yeah, it opened here. Check settings. TP game mode. Player controller. Do I have to change it in the player controller? Oh, player controller? Change input mapping. Oh, I need to do UE5. Input. Okay. Uh, huh? Event graph. MC default shot. Print text. Okay, now it's working. But now my mouse is not working. And WSD is not working. What the hell? Ah. Okay. So that's done. Wow. Only took me 12 hours. Open your imported mesh and go to Asset Details, Skeletal Mesh, Post Process Anim Blueprint. Great. Guessing you have to pay. Uh-oh. It's fine. That's I should not open Patreon. Okay. Hey, I'm updating here. I know I'm live, but yeah. Why does my stream keep crashing? Every 10-15 minutes. What the hell? Ay, whatever. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, why is it so complicated? What the? Really, I have to retarget? No bullshit. Uh, oh, what did I do? Hmm. Oh. Should it work now? That. Imported bone transform is different from original. This, and this. Delete. Force delete. Yes, that's what I want to do. Let me open it. Animations. Simple skeleton. Okay. Um. Huh? Still screwed up. Why am I not seeing the crouch here? Yeah, see, none of the crouch is coming. What? The skeletal mesh asset. Oof. I don't understand. This crouch is not coming here at all. It's weird, I don't care. Uh, this seems to be fine. Um, because if it doesn't appear here, it's of no use. Uh, I don't know what's. not appearing there. Hmm? Eh, it crashed. It straight up crashed. Hopefully it's restarting. This has been hell. Mm. Why is importing an animation so freaking difficult from Mixamo now? Is it opened quickly now? It... So irritating when this happens. Escape mannequin, import all. Don't care if it's different. Don't you know where it's saved? Yeah, let's just import all of them. Missions. Escape mannequin, import all. No, I don't care. If I see crouch here, I don't care if it does. No. Stand to crouch. Animation legacy 1D. ABP crouch 1D. Speed 0 to 50. Oh. Crouch idle 0. Crouch walking 50. Looks like it's going up a slope. Save. Crouch. Ground speed. Compile. The animation doesn't work. Okay, so why aren't the animations working now? Ay, ay, ay. Ah, mm, this is escape mannequin skeleton. That's why it's not working. Escape mani works. Nope, the crouch thing still doesn't work. Mix ammo to Unreal 5.
this video we're going to talk about how to add Mixamo animations to your UE5 mannequin, and therefore you can also use it for your MetaHumans if you've watched the previous videos that I've uploaded. So if you don't know, Mixamo is a website, and make sure that you choose the format FBX and that the pose is a T-pose. So you're going to hit download right here, and it's going to go into your downloads folder. Once you have that, you're going to go back to your UE5 project. This is a basic third-person template project with nothing extra. We're going to create a new folder and to import the XSpot that we just downloaded. I'm going to call this assets. And we're going to go here, and I'm going to click on import, and I'm going to choose XSpot right here, which we just downloaded. I'm going to hit open. You're going to see this window which asks you for a bunch of options. Make sure that you don't need to change anything, but the skeletal mesh and import mesh need to be checked here.
Wait.
Here because we don't have the skeleton for the Mixamo characters in our project, so this will tell it to generate it. And we're going to hit import, and we're going to get a warning about the smoothing groups, which we're going to ignore. It doesn't matter if, and we're going to close this. So now, as you can see, we have the imported skeleton and the skeletal mesh, some physics assets, and the materials. Now we're going to open the skeleton to take a look at it, and you can see that the skeleton starts from the hip, and there's a bunch of different bones here all the way to the end. Now if I open the skeletal mesh of if I open the skeleton of the mannequin as well, the UE5 mannequin, you'll see that it is quite different. So the root is different. It's all like over here. There's no hip bone. There's a pelvis bone, but that's not the root. And then there's more spines than there are, for example, in the XSpot spine, where there's only 3 bones for the spine. So that's why animations are specific to the bones. And as you can see, the bone structure of the XSpot is different than the SK mannequin. So we need to tell UE5 in a way that how to map the skeleton to the UE5 skeleton. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do and explain how it works, so you can do it with any skeleton from here on forward. So the way you actually tell UE5 the way to map between different skeletons is by using an IK rig. So let's go into the content browser, and let's go to the assets, and let's right click, go to animations, and then go to IK rig and choose the IK rig here. And it asks for the skeletal mesh to use for this IK rig. We're going to use XSpot, and we're going to call it IKR XSpot. So
I'm just going to watch this video. I have no idea what
and
it's
you'll
doing though.
see the window similar to the skeletal window, where you have all the skeletons to the left, and you have a IK retargeting window over here, which is exactly what we want to do, right? We want to retarget specific bones to bones in for the UE5 mannequin. In order to show that, I'm going to open the IK rig for the UE5 asset. So I'm going to go into rigs, and I'm going to choose IK mannequin, and let's open that up. So as you can see over here, we see all the bones in the UE5 mannequin, but on the right, we see this window is not empty anymore, right? There are different chain names of bones with different bones and stuff. And the way retargeting works is if we had to retarget every bone, every single bone to every single bone in the UE5 mannequin, it would take a long time. And it would be painful, and also there isn't the same amount of bones. So the way UE5 handles this is it groups a bunch of bones together and gives that group a name that makes sense, right? So for example, if you look over here, there's a spine group which consists of the bones spine 1 to spine 5. So if I show you that, if we go to spine 1, select it only, right? So if I choose spine 1, spine 2, spine 3, and 4, and 5, you see it takes all this collection of bones and it calls it spine. and that's how it groups all these bones together. So we need to do the same thing for the XBot, and we need to tell it which bones to treat as the spine, and then UE5 will automatically map those bones to these bones right here. And the way it maps it is by the name of the chain name. So whatever the chain name we put for the IK bot has to be exactly the same as here. The other thing I want to bring to your attention is that there's a root here, and there's a retarget root. Okay, so we can see that the pelvis is the retarget root, and so in our case we're going to go into our hips, which is the same as the pelvis, and we're going to right click on it and set it as a retarget root. This is the base of the retargeting, and every other bone is associated to this retarget root. So once we do that,
Okay, let's do this. I understood the basics now. Retargeting. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. Don't want that. So then animation IK rig. Export GPOs. Okay, export. Open that. Close that. Close that. That. What the fuck? Mm. Mm. Okay, so I'm just so irritated. I don't know what to speak. Anyways, I'll actually end my stream here because this is very, very. Why do you still have this? I hate Mixamo. I had a dope brother. They ruin everything. Anyway, so that'll be it for today. Next time I will basically set up this mannequin, set up the animations, what I was supposed to do today, and I'll bring it. So yeah, that's it for today. Bye bye.